Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jester. My name is Junior. Let's switch it up a bit by looking at these two figures. Again, this is continuation of my expanding interest in the 3.75 line from Star Wars, which I think might be the best option for me when it comes to Star Wars. I do still have the 6-inch line. I just don't know how much more I'll expand on that. So, but with the 3.75, it allows me access to the vehicles from Star Wars, which is, to be honest, is the most one of the more interesting aspects of that universe. Anyway, so Bo-Katan here I got on Amazon for $10, which is I think is a good price for these figures. And so any figures I can find for $10 I'll probably buy, even though I'm not interested, like for example any kind of side characters. But as you can see over here, I got this guy at Ross for $4, and I'm actually interested in him because he was one of the co-pilots for the Millennium Falcon when Lando was flying it. So I got lucky, and any figures for sure that I find at $4 I'll buy, which is what happened with the third sister, um, which initiated this whole thing of whole interest in buying the 3.75 scale. So let's open them up and see what we've got. So there they are out of packaging. Let me tell you guys while we go through this really quickly. I'm 300 figures behind this collection. I just started it less than 2 weeks ago, and that's a lot of figures to catch up on. So what I've done is I've made a list of all the releases so far, and I'm only going to concentrate on figures released after 2018 or 2019 when they introduced the face printing, because I'm going to tell you, without that face printing, this line is dead to me. uh, it's what makes the figures come alive to me, makes it more enjoyable, more as much as the articulation that is inherent in these figures. So that scales down my interest, and then from that 300 out of that figures from the 2018, I only put down the core characters, so that left me with around 50 figures. um, and some of those figures are actually doubles, the different variations of Luke Skywalker, different variations of Han Solo and Leia. So, and then some minor characters. So I could probably whittle that down to maybe 40 characters at $15. That's still pretty high. That's pretty high. Um, so I'm gonna be trying to look for deals and stuff that I can find. So it's kind of like with this guy. I got really lucky with this guy getting it for $4 because he is in one of those lists as a co-pilot for Millennium Falcon. I do am interested in him as a figure, and I tell you, even though I've only started this line less than 2 weeks ago, I've already spent a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, you've seen me review the Slave One ship, which is $80 or $90. You've seen me review the N1 Starfighter, which is another $90. I haven't done the ATST review yet, which is another $80. I've bought some 5 packs of the Death Guards. I bought one 5-pack, and I bought the vehicles, man. It's the vehicles that catch me. I just bought 2 Jedi Starfighters from Revenge of the Sith. Each one was around $25-$30. But the biggest thing, the biggest expense so far in this collection that I got from eBay is a near complete Millennium Falcon Legacy collection. I chose not to get the Galaxy's Edge because it's basically the same thing with much more paint application, which I have recognized from the N1 Starfighter review, that I might end up having to customize paint it anyway because I wouldn't be satisfied. So Just getting the Legacy is good enough. We'll talk about more about the Legacy Millennium Falcon once it arrives, and I'll tell you how much I got it for, and you tell me if it's worth it. So let's look at Pineapple. This one. Let's look at this face. I mean, yeah, it's not as good as the 6-inch line, but man, that is 3.75 inch. That's my fingernail right there. That's incredible. And I'm not going to be looking at this at a macro every day, every inch, every minute of my life. I'm looking at this with my natural eyes, and I can see it's good enough. It really is. Articulation, I haven't been disappointed with articulation on these guys. Um, Hers is kind of limited because of her hair. You can look down, tilt from side to side, and look at that. No hindrance at all on the shoulder pads. And again, I'm amazed with a single joint it can do more than 90 degrees. And then you still have the wrist articulation of the up and down. With her, because of her design of her armor, her body articulation is somewhat limited, but you still get good enough for something this small. I'm very forgiving when it comes to something this small. More than 90 degrees on the leg, and again, single joint on the knee, but more than enough. Look at that. That's amazing. And then up and down, limited on the ankle, and you do have toe articulation. I mean, wrist, ankle. Put this over here. Let's put this one gun here. Let's just show that she can hold it. There's the backpack over here. Is it removable? It is removable. That's cool. Gives her a big gap on the back of her thing, but that's okay. I'm still happy it's removable. Seriously, that's just amazing. I can't believe this is 3.75. And then you can take off the head. And you know, I'm not that afraid removing the pegs somehow. I don't know why. It's like, it doesn't seem like it's gonna break. And then you just get a whole new look for her. That's just amazing. And look at this. It even has this. And for something this small, having rubbery plastic actually is a good thing. You even see the design on her helmet over there. I'm gonna remove this and put her regular head in, because I'm really amazed at the portrait. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed at how much paint application. Actually, it seems like Mando has even more paint colors than she does, but she still has the deck on her shoulders. Still some blues, some silvers going on. Gunmetal on her armor. Still pretty good depiction of Bo-Katan. Here's her bigger sister over here. Look at that. Like this one has that part where you can remove it. So like I said, she has a better head sculpt obviously than this one, but man, I'm telling you, it's almost like they just shrunk down this head. I do not fault anything in the 3.75. I have no complaints. It's nice articulation range, good playability factor, good facial sculpt. There's nothing else actually that I can ask for this. Here's Nien Nunb. Is that his name? I didn't even know his name until I actually got his thing, his toy. But I think I remember having him as a kid. Not much articulation on the head. Nice tilt. Same thing with the shoulder as Bo-Katan. So everything you can expect, you know. Oh, I didn't notice that. Look at that. His joint on the hip is the old school vintage collection. That's kind of a bummer. He is the V106 version that I want, and he did come after. He is a re-release, came in after 2018, but I didn't realize how some of them still has this articulation on the hips. So I'm gonna have to watch out for that. Make sure all these names on my list have this kind of articulation, because this is what I want. I know it's not a lot, but look, he can't do sideways like her. Can't do that. So I'll have to watch out for her. I don't really mind because, you know, he's only $4, but yeah, that's a big of a surprise. Value, come on, it's pretty high. For one thing, I got it for $10. This is $4. This guy, even though this was a surprise, I still think it's a 14, 15 value. I got exactly what I wanted. A side character that I can put on my new old Millennium Falcon if I want to. For her, I got her for $10, which I think is a fair price for these figures, especially with the new paint application. If I can get, I hope I can get more of them for $10, because then I can really fill out my collection. But yeah, that's it for my review of Bo-Katan's 3.75 vintage collection, and Nunb. Is that his name? Yeah, Nunb. $4. I can't really complain too much about that. Two figures that I wanted in my collection that's been filled. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys again on the next review. Bye bye.